Hello, my future girlfriend. If it's not, it's hilarious. Also, my dick is on fire. Can you help me? What the fuck are you talking about? Evan Glare. It took me the same amount of time, dude. Like, yeah, it starts slow. I remember I was excited when I got like 100 views on a YouTube video. 100 views. Let alone 100 subscribers. 100 views. It's just, and that was back in 2009, man. It's just how it is, man. You just got to do it because you enjoy it. I mean, obviously, you want people to view your stuff and be a lie if you didn't. But, you know, it's just how it goes. Anyway, I'm a man with birds on my table. Playing God of War and God Mode, I'm proud to say I'm cruising. Philip Burnell is a man. Yeah, I'm playing at default. I'm going to actually hook up my PS5 to the Cosmos 4K projector. See how it runs on there. Anyway, here's Phil to tell you more. Turn up the volume. I know he's quiet. VSB copes over his dying channel. That's not dying, by the way.
We need to figure out what to do with this channel. Now, by the way, I'm not complaining.
What's with the CGA graphics? The way these guys dodge the wrath of Philip Burnell's strikes. It looks like if you were playing like an SNES screen where they had like a digitized picture of somebody, that's how it would look.
Breastfeed it. Complaining. The channel is doing well. Even though from the outside you may look and say, geez, Phil's playing a new release and doesn't even get 5,000 views anymore, right? Right. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you there. But at the same time, understand the support on the streams is great. So
Metric, I mean, in his defense right here, metrics are a very gray area. I haven't had sub growth in a couple months. If anything, I've been losing subs. Like I said to you, a lot of what happened with Quantum TV, I got an influx of sympathy subs, not suds. That's soap. And then they're like, oh yeah, I really don't like this guy's channel. It bores the fuck out of me. I'm leaving. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm doing well, fuck, I was supposed to film that today, but that's happening tomorrow, which is fine. I'm doing the PS5 clone video where it's basically just an emulation box, a shitty one at that. That I'm sure will do decent. You know, that hard drive one was, that may be even at 200,000 views now. You know, you gotta, and you can't, and like what a lot of people do is like, say for example, my video today on God of War is doing okay. It's doing decent. You're like, oh, I'm comfortable again. I'm just going to go back to the old shit because it's working. No, you gotta, like, that's why I'm going to finish up the PS5 video. That's why I bordered that. I can't wait for you to see this fucking gaming computer. For my smaller audience that's here, because I know most of my audience doesn't come here, spoiler alert, you get to know. It's literally being sold on Amazon. It's like an old HP like office computer, and someone just put RGB lights in it. No graphics card. No graphics card. And it comes with like some cheap Chinese light up keyboard. I can't believe, like, Wretch is third party. Like, they said the same thing with Walmart. But here's the thing. It's like, would Walmart, okay, it's a third party seller. It's the third party seller's responsibility. But do you think if people were selling crack on Walmart's website, would Walmart step in to stop them from selling the crack? Oh, yes, they would. So they could step in and stop them from selling the fake 25 terabyte hard drives. Don't hand me any of that shit. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? I don't know if that analogy, Sega CD, yeah. It actually is like 64 colors. It's EGA fill. It's EGA fill. 16 colors. So that's my thing. Don't make it like they have no control, and I'm sure they get a little piece of what's sold on there. So everyone who was like white knighting for Walmart, which I don't understand, why would Walmart it does not need you to white knight for them. They have control over their website. Stop it.
I'm not complaining. Even though the viewership has dwindled, if anything, what this is showing, let's be honest here.
His video clips have been dead for ages, though. Like, his numbers, not that I paid attention, maybe they are lower, but I mean, even like I remember like in 2016, just checking, he was getting like a few hundred views a video.
Is that the people who support this channel have always supported it, and everything else was just periphery views. You know what I'm saying? Like at one point, a lot of people were coming to the channel and watching the content, but they weren't supporting the content. They were just here to watch. A lot of those people have
Because they had no other options, Phil. We've talked about this before.
gone, but the people who actually really like the content are still here and are still supporting it. Because I haven't seen any kind of a dip in support.
Can't believe he blamed one of his side of his hairline receding more because his mom combed his hair for him till he was 16. Mr. Chat, not sure if you were replying. Let me see. Yes, I was replying to you that basically that entire time. Like metrics. Yeah, I was the whole thing I was saying about experimenting, you know? Like, okay, my video did good today. Like 2017, Rich would be like, oh, all the other projects I'm doing now, just news. It's safe. It wasn't laziness. It was just like you go back to your comfort zone. But if you don't experiment, you're going to get stale. Like a large hairy piece of bread. If Toys R Us got a shipment of teddy bears and teddy bears were full of cum, Toys R Us would step in and won't. That's what teddy bears filled with. What the fuck are you on? Yeah, let me tell you something. After, because like I said, setting the projector itself was easy to set up. It just even the screen wasn't that hard. I needed like my dad to go on one ladder. I had to go on one because it's 100-inch. Even though it's not really 100 inches, it kind of pisses me off that it's 100-inch thing. There's no way you could put it up yourself. There's too much leverage. It would snap. But that stuff wasn't hard. It was rearranging my whole fucking place to make it work. That was fun. And then I was like, man, these edibles are kicking in. I'm just going to go I'm like, I don't want to go. Then you know what actually happened? People sent me the Tickled Man's video. And I'm like, all right, I'm taking the bait. I'll stream. But honestly, if people didn't send me his video, I probably would have just, I don't know, watched porn and fell asleep.
At all. Because you're, oh my God, the sky is falling. It looks like your overall views are down on your hot new release playthroughs.
Hot new release. Why does he say hot new release? That is such a boomer thing to say. The hottest new fighting game. Well, that's where this came from.
Oh, we'll play games. We can definitely play games.
That's where this came from.
You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that?
6th annual incident of May 1st Memorial fundraiser. No! Ukami, like, you got it. The way I have it set up, I'm going to treat it like a TV. I mean, the picture on it's gorgeous. The only thing I will say in my review is I wish I had 120 hertz mode. But some of the trade-offs you make is that it's portable. Like, if you have a flat white wall or you have a portable projector screen, you could bring the fucking thing anywhere and watch 4K HDR content. I could be wrong, but I feel like the end of the 7th and start of the 8th generation of consoles was your channel's peak. Probably. That was actually what I had other peaks too. Like during the whole Diablo Immortal thing, and then there was the whole thing with It's like there's always a peak, and then that's just how it goes. And then what you do with the audience that you build in the meantime with that is you cultivate it, and then you go to and you look for a different audience with different content. It's like what I'm doing with Twitch. It's like what I'm doing with these other videos. Gaming news in and of itself, which is why I don't just stick to gaming news, and I never will, is a very flooded, one-dimensional thing. It would be safe to do that, but
Okay, but I'm still doing just as well. So does it matter? I guess not, right? It's funny because you see these biggest YouTubers out there with their millions of views, but how many of the people who are actually doing that actually are supporting the content or care about it? And how many are just there to say, I'm watching this because it's known to be popular? They might not even be watching because they like it. They just watch it because they know it's popular. Oh, I'm told this is.
Yeah, but Phil, a view is a view is a view, dude. It's the same reason why, you know, the view. But that's what I always tell you guys. Views are, you could lose subscribers every month, but if you're getting more views, like, what's more important? Say you have a month you lose 10,000 subs, but you had 30 million views. views. Is that what's a better month? That where you lost 10,000 subscribers but got 30 million views, or you gained 30,000 subscribers but only got 3 million views? Guess what? It's the first choice. That's the one that you want.
This is popular, so I should watch it, right? I think what happens is you get a more
Thank you, Iviga. I appreciate that.
dedicated, a more
Actually, Insomniac, the biggest influx of subscribers, and it was a while ago, it was with the Diablo Immortal. I was gaining like, what did I gain? Like 30, 40,000 subs in like a month and a half. Or no, per month. I don't know. You could go back and look at the metrics. I might be fucking... I know it was like tens of thousands of subscribers per month.
invested group of viewers here on DSP
What do you do for your night shift, Danny the Foot?
Gaming, because they're used to the style that I put out. They like the
He games a lot, admittedly. He games a lot. But he always does these bitching things for like an hour first.
content I put out, and they want to support it. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, right, I still think we should cover major releases. Like, are you kidding me? If I skip God of War Ragnarok, I'd be kicking myself in the ass. God of War is my favorite game of 2018. I want to play the sequel, right? But at the same time, maybe this person's onto something, that with the decline of the popularity of new releases on this channel, because this really is a channel for a dedicated viewer base rather than the mainstream on YouTube, and maybe I should cater to that, and I should work with that. You know what I mean? But what is the best solution for the future? I think.
Yeah, but Phil, with you're begging, and you pigeonholing yourself as a gaming-only streamer. I know you've tried to branch out and watch some React videos. You've painted yourself. The reality of it is you are a 41-year-old man who does nothing but solely plays video games to try to make money from a dwindling base. You know? I mean, like I said, I haven't gained subs in the past couple months, but I could still bring in viewership when I'm not getting a strike from YouTube or something else happening. Yeah, could you imagine if you publish this on Spotify? People would be like, what the fuck is this? What's all this guy do is complain? Finally earned my brown cucumber. I know. It's a brown cucumber. It's like, congratulations, you got a turd.
Breasts.
What? I'm never blowing bubbles.
I'm never blowing bubbles ever again. I think this is the discussion we need to start. I do feel that way. Like, we should start looking at things in a different way. All right? I'm never going to be I'm never going to be Maximilian. I'm never going to be an Angry Joe. Because people always constantly compare me to these people I'm not. I'm never going to be an ultra-popular YouTuber who's known for covering fighting games, but it branches out and does other stuff. I'm never going to be a high-end reviewer with skits and shit. People always want to tend to compare me to things that...
Why? That's like me saying, I'm never going to review like these clone consoles. I'm never going to review these videos where it gets easy views, like a cheap-ass bullshit computer from... Why not? Why are you're doing the same thing essentially that you did in I'm not going over to captured gameplay. And God, the excuses he made for not doing it. Oh, I'm not going to sell out like those other sell out because you're improving the quality of your visuals. Okay, Phil. How'd that work out? Content. Yes, content.
That I'm not even on the same scale of, you know. Typical example. What was it last week that I addressed that Moist Critical compared me or brought me up in a comparison to Boogie? Boogie. Do you know who Boogie is? He's a YouTuber with 4 million subscribers. He used to have 5 million. He used to put out videos that on the daily would get hundreds of thousands to millions of views. All right? This guy was exponentially more popular than me on YouTube. And then they bring me up in reference
Someone wrote Mr. Views.
to someone like that as if it's the same comparison. It's not at all. It never was. When people always compared me to the Angry Joes.
And Boogie doesn't beg every day like you either. Just keep it real. Yeah, I know. I hear. I know what people are going to say about some of the recent videos he made. Yeah, he sold out to big bubble corporations. So, nah, it ain't the same. I know some people, Rutch, why are you defending Boogie? I'm not defending Boogie. I'm just saying it. Like, statistically, look at the numbers. How many times has Phil begged? How many times has Boogie begged? It's just, you know, it's simple math.
And they compared me to.
I'm not saying Boogie hasn't made plenty of mistakes. He has, and I've been critical of him. I've talked about him before on my channel. But I'm just giving you facts.
You know, other content creators. It was never a direct comparison. It was kind of an unfair comparison. That
Not really, Phil, because you used to get numbers that like people who have 5 million subs today would wish they got. Back when you had like 80,000 subs, it was pretty crazy. So it doesn't really matter that you never had. Like, does it fucking matter that I have 1 million subs? I'm still getting the same viewership as when I had 700,000 subs. You know what I'm saying?
that was never in scale. You know what I mean? So, to me, all right.
He sold out to fapping.
Yes. I think like what we need to do is start being more realistic about who I am, the content that I put out, who watches it, and how to proceed, you know? And I think the course here is not how to make DSP gaming hit the YouTube algorithm right, and now we get a bunch of new viewers coming in to watch the content.
Why not? Why do you think I'm doing this shit like with the hard drive and stuff? Or the SSD, sorry. Proper terminology. Stop. Why not? Why would you not want to hit a new audience? I'm sure I brought in some new people. With that, of course I want to bring in new people. This is your business. Why do you want to just keep the same people? That makes no sense. That's such a stupid thing to say. No, I don't want new view. It's like someone opening up a restaurant. I don't want new customers. Who wants to make more money? Not me. TSP sold out the big ropes. Makes no sense. Why would you? Oh, Christ.
I don't think that's the case. I think it's more of what we need to do is find a way to cater to those who are already here, who are dedicated, and then to convince slowly a few other intelligent people to.
Intelligent. Meaning people that won't question any of the stupid shit that he does. And if they ever do, they'll get, oh, we got to watch the other. I'm sorry. We're going to have to watch 2 videos from Phil where he like disciplines Snow Carl like he's his father. Intelligent people that'll just blindly agree with Phil. Oh, holy fuck. This channel of death. This is a channel death. death in real time. Like, holy shit, how the fuck could you be this wrong? Well, yeah, the other thing the other day, yeah, he totally doesn't get it. He's like, oh, this guy's terrible at this game. Why did people give me flack? Because, Phil, you made yourself into the, I'm a lol cow too. I know there's people who think I'm a lol cow who can't fucking stand me, and that's fine. But you, because you get so the fact that you even made that video saying, oh, my gaming skill, I'm not great, but I was better than this guy. That's the exact reason why people do what they do to you. Like, you see any of these motherfuckers, like, do you see the Rad Brad making a video where he's bitching about people complaining about his gameplay? No, do you see me in the comment section? No, I'm exposing trolls on Twitter and then making them block me because they're giant pussies. Stop with the applause, Rich. Stop. Stop. Make me stop. The fuck are you doing?
Come here and say this is why this content is what you would want, as opposed to all the other very commercialized, very homogenized, very similar content.
Phil, and now I'm not patting myself on the back, USA. Dude, I was stoned as fuck when I did that hard drive video. SSD. Fake SSD. Was that homogenized and no. Shut up, Phil. You could do content that isn't. Is the stuff that and he's on another level. I'm not comparing myself to ugh. There were some flavors in there. JonTron. Is he? Yeah, he has a sponsor, but is he commercialized? Come on. I know Quantum made a video about me. You're going to watch it. The Tickled Crying Man Television Incorporated, LLC. Hobo World Eater, thank you for being a member for 7 months. You have a turd-colored cucumber as well. So does Insomniac Phil. Begged financially while Boogie. He's gotten better. Begged emotionally. And for everyone to feel bad for him because of his mental... There's a lot more nuance with Boogie. I'll leave it at that. And it is... the statistics, if I can statistically, mathematically, he is not begged anywhere near as much. It's not even on the same, it shouldn't even be up for debate. Phil is the master beggar and masturbator.
That you can find on YouTube. Let's be honest. The content on DSP Gaming is pretty different.
You're right about that one. Just like Quantum's content is quite different. And look, he's not no applause. Stop spamming the applause. Again, Phil is not a bad person like Quantum is. I want to make sure that I'm not comparing it, but the lack of self-awareness there, Phil is pretty close to Quantum. Okay? At least Boogie is someone you could easily... Yes, Boogie's relatable. I'm not saying he hasn't made mistakes. What's up, Jeffrey Tucker? God damn it. And yes, I'm still talking about that scam handheld, by the way. Believe me, even though I'm trying different things on my channel, the review bitching USA is going nowhere. You know what I'm going to ask again? Just out of curiosity. Do you like the birds? Let's see the truth about the birds. I'll leave that poll up the entire stream.
Pretty different from what you would find on a typical...
And Hobo World Eater, thank you for being a member for 7 months.
I make a living doing gaming channel on YouTube, right? It's funny because I every night as I'm going to sleep, I typically open up my YouTube app now and I just start scrolling through what's popular on YouTube. And very few long form gaming channels like mine are even.
No, okay. There's stuff like I watched just out of curiosity a Mr. Beast video, and it's like where there's like a jump cut every 3 seconds. Yeah, that's not going to be me either, Phil. Like, I'll never reach Mr. Beast levels. It's the time where I could have maybe had that chance is over. You're only in the sun so long as an entertainer, and then you take the audience you built and cultivate it and spread out and maybe find an audience somewhere else. But your content is just you just uploading with no editing. The time where that has been tolerated stopped in like 2011, dude. The lack of horses over the past year is worrying. It worries me too. But at least we have evil Mark Cerny behind us.
Been surviving. What everyone has had to do is jump basically on top of these trends. Constantly, you have to pump out a video. Oh, what happened to this person? Or what happened to this YouTuber? Or what happened to this game? Why did this game fail? The top 10 worst, the top 10 most disappointing.
No, top 10 lists have been... Ask Matthew Santoro about, well, he's had other things, plagiarism. Like, once you're known as a plagiarizer, it's over. I think that hurt him more than Nicole Arbor shit. And plus, I hate... Look, I know people think my content is terrible. They hate the birds. But he's fucking boring. He's just someone else writing a script and his teeth are reading it to you. Just his teeth. A small Carlos? Yes, you could send me a horse. Just don't come on it first, please. I'll check.
You know what I'm saying? Everything's like some kind of a researched docu-vid.
I think between him just not... He just sounds so detached from his content. That's where I think I failed with the Game Boy video. I know I've said this 67,000 times. It wasn't connected to it. The Wii U video I felt more connected to. And it showed, the numbers proved, the numbers don't lie. Oh, that numbers thing.
About something negative or toxic. Like, that's what's popular on YouTube.
What's up, Jacob?
Now. And it's...
Dude, negativity. First off, there's a lot of negative shit in the world. That's why I cover it. It's just life. Welcome to life. It sucks. And that's just... Why do you think, like, Jerry Springer back in the day, before YouTube was even a fucking thought, and Howard Stern and Oprah, what do they covered horrific things? Why? Because people like negativity. Because human beings are shit. Well, no deal if I can't come on it.
Your shoulders.
Phil needs to do ASMR. I want to sleep too. Someone actually took like an ASMR video. I think it got taken down. Where it was like someone just did like all of his eating sounds. It was funny and disgusting at the same time. A 55-pound... Who the fuck would need that? I mean, I guess if you have like a... But how would the meat be on that bird, those bird breasts, though? Like, does it get tough when they get that big? I'm not a bird expert. I just have birds on my table. If it bleeds, it leads, as I'm not sure.
Weird. It's...
Yeah. Oh, I get what you mean now. Now it clicked in my brain. Yeah, like, dude, it's always been that way. Oh, 88% of people. How many votes we have? 302 votes. I guess people hate the birds. 87%, yes. Well, I feel like the same people that bitch about the birds are the same people that were bitching about the one ad I've had in like 2 months in my video today. It's like, they treat the comment section like a Yelp review, where people only go there to bitch about a restaurant they don't like.
Very weird. That's, you know, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, some of this is the easiest shit you could do. I've seen people do.
So do it. So do it. If it's so easy, do it. See, these are the things I would ask you in an interview. You wouldn't want to answer them. Like, stop with this, you're on another level than people, and I refuse to go there. You just don't want to do it, Phil. It's easier just to beg and plead that little teeny tiny audience you have and guilt trip them into paying you, because there's probably like 4 men that have a fetish for you.
Like the history of classic Street Fighter, right? A video that just does a montage of here's all the history of Street Fighter and how it progressed over time. With
Oh, perish the thought. Why is that so bad?
commentary over it. Millions of views. I'm like, I could have done that.
So do it. Why would you not do it? That's a very interesting video. That's selling out, making a video that's a documentary of one of the, if not the most famous fighting franchise of all time. What's wrong with that?
Easily. In fact, I have more knowledge than the person who made the video.
So fucking make it. Also, the Express bot match thing in COD sounds like it should be against COD's TOS. Is it? Oh, well. That would be against COD's TOS? Well.
Because I lived it. I grew up doing that. And I look at the content like, this is it now. This is what YouTube is. It's become this.
I didn't know it was November, probably because I look at porn instead of a calendar. Amen, brother. What's up, Minxie? So, why don't they just let you play with bots if you want to, then? I mean, Express had a good point with that. I'm not digging Modern Warfare 2 as much as I thought, and the micro stuttering that is just bothering the fuck out of me, on PC especially, makes me angry.
Weird place where everything's almost the same.
I want to tickle me, Phil doll. Well, what would it sound? Oh God, don't make me find it. Don't make me find it. Oh, imagine you tickled the doll. You tickled the doll, did that. What's up, Minxie? How are you?
That's what's popular on YouTube. There's always a fad. And that's kind of the fad right now.
Documentaries are documentaries are a fad? Documentaries are a fad? How is that a fad? I Google fish. I saw. I'm sure there's probably hairy men with big dicks that you made in an AI app, and I will check them. They're probably funny, but I'm on a tirade right now. How is that a fad, Phil? The top 10 thing and how it was being done. Like, I haven't seen a video from Watch Mojo in my feed in a long time. Thank God. But documentaries will always be a thing. They're as evergreen as you can get. Ask the gaming historian. A fad.
Do I want to do that style of content? Not really.
Yeah, because it would take effort.
You know?
He would never do a video like, which is, in my opinion, I actually, that not hitting 6 figures bothered me more than the Game Boy video flopping, was the Turbo Express video. I mean, I literally bought prosthetic nipples for Intro Guy and I. It did okay. It didn't do terrible. But that was before I had an editor full time, and that was all on me. So that took me like a month to do that.
Oh, do I enjoy doing edited content? I do. I've done it before. I did it on KO Gaming for a whole year, and it was popular, and I had 1 million view videos on there. But to me,
WBD chats. Yeah, it's another gotcha game, and then that'll go, and then there'll be another one. Remember like Farmville? People fucking playing on. If this is like before like there were smartphones when this was a thing, but they weren't as capable as now. And people would be sitting there on their laptops on farm. I remember getting game requests for Farmville. I used to want to punch people in the face. Keep fucking Bob and Sarah want you to harvest their corn. They could take the fucking corn and shove it up their ass. Don't get any ideas. Fuck is wrong with you?
As a gamer, I prefer to chill with you guys, have social interaction, and enjoy games on a daily basis. That's really where I enjoy doing the most. For me to say,
I need to see this enjoyment. How did I miss? I'm currently bathing in taint. How are you bathing in taint? I had to spray down my taint. Flashback turtle.
hey guys, I'm going to do an edited style video that
It looks like either a Super Nintendo Jeffrey Tucker, where you would like see. Remember, like during like the 16-bit era. What generation? That was the fourth generation of gaming, right? Yeah, because fifth was like the 32X and PlayStation and shit. Like the big thing was digitizing characters and putting them in games. They kind of look like this.
that's like a documentary about the history of something that I know. And by the way, that means that now I have to cut down on half of my streams this week in order to do voiceovers, to get the footage together, to edit it, to, you know.
No, that's not true. Phil, I streamed like a motherfucker. That was what made up for the lack of me making videos when I was making the Turbo Express video. Stream different times, Phil. This is cope. Just got an image of Bob and Sarah being like corn, like that meme of the little. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm just saying. Like, remember, like with Facebook, they were trying to like get people to do the mobile games on their fucking app, and they would try to get the thing that I guess it's how they would get more people on and get them into like microtransactions and shit, because they would request, hey, if you get like 10 Facebook friends to do this, you'll get more birds in your farm. And it's like I used to get requests, and it was like I literally started blocking people because they would incessantly request me over that stupid fucking game. Rich reminder: DSP will do things that requires and will never improve or take brand deals, so he has no excuse to e-beg under the guise of being real. It makes him bank, to be honest. Well, for the four men who support him. I want to meet these four men. Do they like sit at a table and like, oh, Phil's begging again? They get off on this, and that's his shtick. Like, I'm too real. Shut the fuck up. You're too real. Get a sponsor. And then he tried to do reverse psychology begging when he said he would stop begging. He's like, all right, guys, I'm not going to beg. I don't want you to give me money. See, that's reverse psychology. No, Phil, that's still begging. That's still begging, Phil. Rich, bird, you see, I got to move this big-ass nuclear metal bird out of the way. You're a large bird. I literally have the metal bird. I have Ricardo's nose or beak up the metal bird's ass, and he's loving it. Rich, YouTube question. If I were to start a YouTube channel for fun, would you focus on singular interest or make videos about... I hear, and maybe this is part of the reason why growth of my channel is all over the place, that focusing on a singular thing is more beneficial to get growth. However, if I focused, what the fuck is that? If I focused on a singular thing, I don't think I'd be doing this right now. I don't know. I'm just telling you my experience, and I'm also telling you what, like, the experts say. What the fuck do the experts know, though? Yeah, that was hella annoying. We need the Peepo Cope emoji ASAP. Okay, here to help support your family, and please
Try to relax your anus.
I don't want to do that. I like being a streamer. You know what I'm saying? And that's where my audience is. I know that. I'm not saying that if I made a video like that it wouldn't have quality to it or maybe become popular. What I'm saying is it's not for my audience. My audience is very different than that mainstream YouTube audience, right? But
the fuck was that?
what I'm looking at is, what do we do to make DSP gaming better for you, the core viewer who's here every day, who's watching this, who wants better content? What would be better content? Does it mean to skip a bunch of new releases? Like right now, we're in the busiest time of the year, and
The crunchiest onion. The crunchiest onion. That's a unique name. I'll give him that. I think it would be good to start to think about future content because it's going to be harder to game each year. I think you said this during the Street Fighter 6 beta. Like, yeah, Phil, like you're not going to go up against 20-year-olds with more testosterone, a throbbing cock, and better reflexes than you. But then on the flip side, man, I know motherfuckers in their 50s, they just smoke people in Call of Duty. So it's just, he's never been a great gamer, Phil. This is how you don't play started.
I'm trying to juggle the new releases, and I'm having a tough time with it, right? I'm absolutely having a tough time right now juggling all the new releases that are going on. Admittedly, it's not easy right now, okay? Should I actively be skipping new releases to do other styles of content, right? I guess that's the question right now.
Yeah, dude, because no one's really coming to... Dude, I see it with my streams. No one's here. Like, I'm a mediocre gamer. No one's here to watch a 41-year-old mediocre gamer play games. So it's fun once in a while. It's not saying I'm not going to do it. But that's like 2% of my content at most. Your content is solely focused on gaming and you're a middle-aged man. It just doesn't work. It's not what people, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's all about the chat. People want to engage, man. People don't want to just sit there watching me drone out at a fucking screen. I love gaming. I love playing games, but I'm saying I know, like, if you want to watch someone play a game, you ain't coming to watch me. That's for shit sure. I'm having major surgery on Tuesday. Oh no, I wanted to say thanks for the laughs. Can I get to your shoulders 10 times? Thanks, Daddy. Hope all goes well.
Your shoulders, 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 your shoulders.
And best of luck to you, and well wishes with that surgery. Who watches DSP's every video? No one does. And it's not like I'm saying Phil to make a Mr. Beast video where I was like, what? I literally after, and I know look, the guy is wildly successful, and I think it's great. And he definitely is making videos that fit to a huge audience where it's like that teens age. That's the most active user base on here. Let's keep it real. But it was like, I needed like a Xanax after all the fucking jump cuts, but that's meant for that audience that wants that. But on the flip side, Phil, you can evolve. You just don't want to. You're doing the same thing that you did back in 2013. Like, stop with the I'm too real to do it. Phil's the guy who came in fourth in a 2-minute. Yeah. Remember, he was the #1 in the United States at that Evo. Like, he came in fourth place, but since he was the only guy from the United States who placed, he said he was the #1 U.S. Street Fighter. You and Jay should do a skit of old men giving Phil. No, we got a better one. It's coming.
And I would absolutely love feedback on it.
Oh, yeah, dude. It got me to play Elden Ring, and now it's like, in my top 3 favorite games of all time. If it wasn't for Tickle Television, I would have never played that game. Google Fish, I will look at the dicks later. I will look at the dicks later. God damn it. Stop forcing me to look at dicks. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. 12 photos? Oh, no. Oh. How are you? What the fuck is that? That is Keemstar with very, very, very mutilated genitalia. What is... Oh! You are fucking nuts. So basically, I'll give you guys this skit too. We're going to do how Phil... You ever see how they have, like, in a third world country where they have, like, those kids are suffering? Which that's genuinely sad. But except we're just going to replace that with Phil. For $5 a month, you could help a middle-aged man that jerked off on May 1st, 2016 and help him support his family, who's his wife and cat.
Okay, the more feedback I get, the better about this kind of stuff. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know.
So, Phil, basically, essentially what you said here in this video that's minus it looking like it's EGA footage from a 286 computer that's not edited at all is that tell me how you would like me to change. By the way, I don't really want to change. Now, people show him respect, dude. He's the #1 ranked USA player, Super Street Fighter Turbo player, despite coming in 3rd place like 15 years ago. That's like professional, dude. Relax your anus and shoulders.
Try to relax your anus, your shoulders.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
But that's like... Explain to me how you like me to change. By the way, I don't want to change. I don't want to. I don't want. Like you named all the things you should do. I should make documentaries. Don't want to do it. I should do things that people want to like are interested in me talking about. Don't want to do it. But what should I do to change? You're doing great, Phil. Just keep going the way you're going. Don't do anything. You're fantastic.
you know, what it is that you want from DSP Gaming. Because at this point, I think I do need to start listening to the viewer base and say instead of, it's not the same formula.
Oh, now you 10 years too late.
Every year, where every hardcore gaming season, I now try to play every game. Instead, it would be more of, you know, what's going to entertain the audience that's here to support the content. You know what I mean? I think that's more important.
Yes, we're going to watch that ABO.
Than me just pumping out new release playthroughs constantly. I do feel that way. I feel like, you know, we're in a situation here where
we're in a situation.
It makes more sense to open up to the audience and get your feedback than just ride the same formula I've done forever.
Since when?
So if you feel, right, if you feel that there's something different that I should be doing, please share. I'm open to suggestion.
These THC chewables are good. I got to stop with these fucking things. Not because they really have cow, just it's easy to get lit up. And they don't even really taste like weed at all. They're lemon. They're lemon goodness. I'm going to take 2 more. Oh my God, that's like a bundle. No. Breasts. You want, you can't have it because you're not a real bird. Ha ha. Fuck you. I'm gonna tease you and chew it. You like that sound? That's how a middle-aged man should run a stream, motherfucker. Watch Rich get high again. Yes. Absolutely. Phil's begging formula, yeah. So watching react to Tommy Tallarico interview by a 14-year-old kid made my day. I went back and watched those. Dude, it's ridiculous. I would have, if I saw those back a couple years ago when that kid made them. That wasn't a troll that said it though. I guess Jason Hubbard's he's not happy with my marijuana use. Don't do drugs, kids. It's not good for you. Yeah, but I think he's noticing that it's not working. Maybe the 4 old horny men are not horny for Phil as much anymore. I don't know if I want to mention the place where I get him from. Obviously, it's a legitimate place. I have a medical marijuana card. I don't know. Jason, are you saying, and I'm not saying this I'm asking you, would you enjoy my streams more if I was not under the influence of THC? I'm not saying that to be a dick, and I'm not saying that to be, I'm serious. I'm curious. It's not a bait question. Cloud, I don't want to play the fucking video. How about that? I don't want to play the video. Technically, it's what I could kind of do, Trunks. It's kind of, and I pay with an app. Some man who smells like hemp delivers it to my door. There used to be a really hot blonde woman with gigantic boobs, and I miss her. Okay. Respect, Jason. You guys, I take... Unlike some other people we're watching here, I take criticism. And that's like the thing. Look, even with Fertinga Plays video, here's one thing I'll say. I cultivated part of what the commentary community was. I didn't reach the heights of success that other people. Oh, God, I am sounding like Phil right now. But one thing I'll say is I've been a commentator from the very beginning. How could I ask her about Fertinga doing something that I basically helped cultivate? You know what I mean? I'm amazed no one don't 50 for the shirt off. Well, dude, it is what it is, man. Sometimes it happens. We're also going through where you could go to a grocery store now and your whole paycheck could get eaten up. So I appreciate the support. Thank you for being a member and for 10 months, and enjoy your turd brown cucumber.
Let me know. Okay?
It sucks because I wish I could tell you 2 last names. I'm sounding like Phil again. And it's not even I have the same problem with that, but I just don't want anyone getting called.
Let me know. Because it's not going to be about this anymore. Support, like again, I'm playing God of War Ragnarok. I've been playing it since Wednesday. It's an insanely good game. I cannot wait to play it more today. I'll be playing it constantly for the next month and a half. Look at the views. The streams do all right. I'm not complaining at all about the streams, but the YouTube views for a new release?
No, Jason Hubbard wasn't making a big deal. He's been around for a minute. He's not a troll. And I was asking him, and he gave honest feedback, and I was looking for honest feedback. There are some people that are trolls that I fuck with them. Like Toy 2 became like a meme because I fucked with him. This Toy 2 featuring Toy 3, co-starring Toy 4.
You wouldn't even know it. It's basically got the same views as any other game that I've kind of played in the last couple of months. And it's one of the hottest new releases, if not the biggest new release.
What's up,
right?
JoJo?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't seem to me like it's, the old formula really applies anymore. So what do we do about that?
Here's some money for your day off. Thanks to you. I've never blown bubbles ever again. Thanks a lot. You get this too.
You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that?
I appreciate it, Julian.
Let's have a conversation. Please send me your feedback. As always, you guys know the avenues to do that. You could talk to me on my streams. You could comment on this video.
I will say this. Yes, I'm Cloud. I paused the video again. Are you okay? You got to remember with weed, there's like you got to be careful. Like, start with low doses because here's the thing. It's not like alcohol. Like, if you have beers, like with each beer, you kind of feel it little more, especially with edibles. Like, oh, I had 2 edibles. I ain't feeling shit. I'm going to have 2 more. And then all of a sudden, I called you out, Cloud. It hits you like, it'll hit you like a ton of bricks. So even though you only had 2.5 milligrams or 5 milligrams, which isn't a lot, wait to see how you feel like a half an hour to an hour before you take more.
You know, you leave comments all over the channel. There are many ways you can reach out to me. Like this person, you can write me an email because that email was very informative. Although I don't directly agree with some of the things they suggested in there, the games to play, I do think that maybe it makes sense that maybe playing the same new releases as always every hardcore gaming season isn't really affecting things positively anymore.
Phil, what it really comes down to, besides the fact of all the stupid, terrible mistakes you continue to make, is that the reality of it is you're a 40-year-old man that is basing your channel around playing video games. It's that simple. You know, I mean, there's exceptions like the Rad Brad, but he didn't make the same mistakes as you. What did he say one time? It's a cult of hate. I'm on a tolerance cleanse at the moment for medical marijuana. I'm on an 8th to just reduce my medical issues. It sucks. I'm very sorry, Okami. Cosmic, I missed you. Did you use the Dragon Balls to wish Carlos back? No, I did not. I just farted in Carlos' face, and he was very happy about it. Yeah, we were supposed to do something, the gaming politician, I believe. We were supposed to do something. So, yeah, if you're going to get a medical marijuana card, before I forget what my other thought was, try it and get, especially with edibles, go slow. Because the last thing you know, it took 5 milligrams. I'm not feeling anything 10 minutes later. I'm going to take 20 milligrams. And then the next thing you know, you're like laying on the ground and you can't walk.
Or, So there you go.
DSP chat talks about the state of his channel amongst themselves, and DSP gets annoyed.
Now it's funny. Guys, can I be honest with you? Because I'm going to directly address something that people are saying in the chat, all right? Because I have to disagree. What have we been saying recently? All right?
He really talks to his audience. Like he's a teacher. Like I've literally had teachers talk to me like this.
When I hit 40 years old this year in April, we started having a conversation, right? We did. And what was that conversation about? The conversation was that as I get older, all right, I'm going to have to change up who I am on the internet and the content that I put out, right? We had this discussion that eventually...
That's not even really true, though. Like, I mean, it is. I was just saying it. But then you have people like, he just passed away. He used to play an MMO. There's the gaming grandma who plays Skyrim. But, yeah, I mean, there are exceptions, too. Yeah, it still goes down to the reality is you're a 40-year-old man who's just solely playing games.
I'm not going to be able to play as many video games. I'm going to get older. My hand-eye coordination is going to start to go. I'm going to start to get carpal tunnel. I can already tell you I'm getting it in my right hand. I felt it this year.
Yeah, so you can get carpal tunnel surgery, dude. I've had mild carpal tunnel since I've been like 20.
Definitively, there were times when my right hand had pain and stiffness and really was not feeling good. All right? Not every day, but some days. And the older I get, the worse this is going to get. Right? We know this. Okay? So what are we talking?
God, he's making it sound like he's going to be like dead by 42. It's so depressing. He's making it like he's an NBA player.
talk about. We talked about diversifying my content. And how do we talk about doing that? Well, by doing more things that are not gameplay related, right? And there was different ways we talked. We talked about maybe branching out my content.
Yeah, but Phil, with you, that ship sailed like 10 years ago. You should have started doing other stuff and listening to your audience more a decade ago. It's too little too late now, Phil. First off, you should make an actual podcast and not just call this the Level 1 podcast. I should take my own advice. Where you just sit there and bitch to your audience for an hour. May 1st did not help the carpal tunnel. I do agree. I mean, yeah, your reflexes start to slow down allegedly at like 25. But like I said, I know some 50-something-year-old motherfuckers who play like COD and Battlefield that would smoke a 20-year-old any day. So it's not like it's just inevitable. He's making it like at 45, he's going to be walking with a cane.
Content to talk.
Oh, no. The sex bots are here. Perfect time to go piss. Find love in your city. Find a bird in my ass. I'll be right back. Urine is in my hole. We'll do some... we need some more AI quantum. Oh, those are some interesting nipples. That is all I'll say.
Breastfeed it.
Why is Google Fish the way he is? I'm fucked up just like him, too. But that's just, it's always like, hey, Rich, here's a bunch of AI pictures I made with Keemstar showing his dick. Cool. I thank you. Well, all right. He does have a somewhat of a point, Perk Runner. I thought it said Perky Pecs. Like, yeah, he's not going to be doing Evo championships, but Phil, you've sucked at games. Again, like I said earlier on, this is how you don't play, because you sucked at games. So, plus start playing other games. Start playing like MMOs where reflexes don't matter. Start playing, I don't know. But again, he's making it like he's going to be walking. He's going to be like an old man that needs a walker like in 3 years.
Talk about other topics. We even said eventually as I get older, maybe we will talk about things like politics and stuff like that.
Oh,
we'll
God.
talk about current events. We talked about that, right? And then one of
Wait, I thought, correct me if I'm wrong. Fuck you. Didn't you say I sold out because I'm talking about things like that? Yo, he is the man of contradiction. Oh, he's like someone. He's like
Breastfeed it.
Oh, so diversifying your content. When I do it, it's me selling out. When Phil does it, it's it's diversity. And it lets Samir, don't take what I said in an offensive manner. I'm saying he's making it like he's going to be he's going from 40 to 80. Like, oh, Phil, oh, really? So talking about current events, maybe gaming news or tech news. Oh, wow. You make it like I'm the Antichrist because I do that, but you do it because. Because you have to now. Christ, man. Hypocrite much? Like he did said something like that the other day too, where it was like in the same video he contradicted himself. Whatever. Quantum's pecs are so beautiful, broadcasted from my Nintendo Switch to my TV just now. Listen, those are amazing nipples on that AI Quantum, and I love using that too because it does kind of look like him. And I know that pisses him off, and he can't do anything about it because it's AI. And as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure the AI software says I own that picture. So, uh-oh. Yeah, and Age Sicky, he's also saying like, oh yeah, I'll take suggestions, but I won't make edited content. I won't do documentaries. I won't do things you may be interested in. But please give me suggestions. I'm all ears.
One of the things that I definitely started doing this year that was very different, right?
What's up, Cora?
Was the React content. That you guys liked me starting to react to things, whether it was someone else's documentary or video, whether it was, live events, whatever it was, you like the React stuff. And we did a wide variety of React stuff this year. I reacted to horror-themed content on the Rob Gavigan channel, multiple documentaries about other content creators like Wings of Redemption or Keemstar, but then also documentaries about me, right? And giving you my take on things about me. Hell, the John Rambo Howard React video. Holy shit, right? That was pretty groundbreaking, what I did.
No offense, but I kind of don't want to hear, American MAGA Undertaker. Oh, no. But I knew for a while that I wanted to take my show to a more of a variety show. Because I knew just gaming shit was going to have an expiration date. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. But you fought against it, Phil. And now you're... it's just so... That kind of... Not even... I didn't take offense to it.
Wendy's fries are always hot and
I actually said intro guy the Relax Your Anus NES Wrestling remix that I did. I forgot I never sent that to him. No, I did not add your fart to the soundboard yet. I actually forgot about your fart, to be quite frank with you, Google Fish. To be quite Bob and Phil with you. So I'm glad everyone had a lot of fun last night. We're definitely going to be doing that again much sooner. There's not going to be the same space. I'm thinking I'm going to try to get... I'll talk to him, obviously, but at least like, what's up, Ballard? Like once a month, I think that would be cool. Just change it up a little bit. So I had a lot of fun with Camelot, and I was just about to say Camelot and Cody. Camelot and Boogie last night. Yeah, it was a great stream last night. I almost rescheduled it too because I was exhausted. Camelot was running on negative sleep. You know what I mean? He barely slept. He came on the like I said at the end last night when I was trying to answer the 8 billion super chats. I'm sure there's a couple that I missed. I apologize, but Camelot came on, man, and he was like, "I'm like, dude, you look sunburnt and tired." You know, and I'm sure he probably did, and I understand. I would have been totally fine with it, but like we rescheduled it. I'm glad we didn't reschedule because it was legendary, but we could have rescheduled it to tonight, no problem. Where the hell is my seltzer? Really? I'm done with it already? That's what energy drinks. It ain't this, dude. You know what's funny is that if I'm overtired, caffeine doesn't do a fucking thing for me. Caffeine doesn't. No, dude. He didn't win. Marshall Bell. He didn't win. I'm sure he's too nuts. He may have, in terms of, in this situation, not getting in trouble, which I still don't understand. Yeah, sure. Okay, he won. But he's going to end up doing something stupid. I assure you, he can't help himself. He cannot help himself. And there is no fucking way, zero fucking way, that he's not going to say something stupid in the future that's going to get him kicked off the platform. Of course there'll be birds. There's beautiful birds right in front of me right now. But I got some interesting talks going on, like the podcast, which was amazing. Or I don't even know, I kind of Freudian slipped, called it a podcast, but the what I did with Boogie and Camelot, like that's going to get cut up, go on the main channel. I'm pretty sure those will do decent as clips to get people to come here. Like that's the kind of stuff that's going to go up there. Stuff from even like these streams, if there's funny highlights, you know. Energy drinks, first off, I don't fuck with energy drinks. Like this has a little bit of caffeine in it, this seltzer, but it's seltzer. It's not like an energy drink with like 500 fucking milligrams of caffeine. I'm not. I can't remember the last time I had an official energy drink. Please talk to you like Rosie Perez, just like this. I don't know if that sounds like her at all, but that's how I used to sound like her. I used to think she was so hot back in the day. Papa Gut did a video on me. Who the fuck? I keep hearing about Papa Gut. Who is Papa Gut? Review Tech USA claims he's not racist. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not racist. Let's. All right, here we go. Might as well say it now. Wait, no. Oops.
Try to relax your anus.
I knew it was inevitable that these videos were coming. I was fully aware that they were. So here we go. Let it begin. Did they? Papa Gut and Keemstar? So let's have some
Today, I came across this tweet from Rich, Review Tech USA. Again, I don't know who anybody is, but I do know that he's been involved in the Ackman situation, and that he mentioned that he got a strike against his channel, so he's no longer really going to focus on the channel, something along those lines. I was like, okay, unfortunate. And I get the whole Ackman situation is crazy. Ackman got demonetized.
He really is combing that beard, huh? Like he's like that's usually like comb your beard. He's really combing it. Quantum may have won the battle, but dude, I'm gonna fucking move on. I knew when I came out with that video that this was gonna happen too, because God forbid you say what even black people in my audience were thinking. How dare I say what everyone's thinking? But it's 2022, so you're not allowed to do that. My favorite video from Djibouti Dubs is the Health Inspector dub. We could take a look at that. Did you check out Bottom Gear? No, I have not.
It looked like they were just looking for an excuse. Unfortunately, they have a justifier on it because he did, even though they were jokes, and I know that they were clear jokes, he did threaten to dox YouTube employees.
Which was a bad idea, and even Ackman himself admits that.
And I understand you guys are like, well, it's clear jokes. I get it. But, I just don't know how to communicate to a lot of you guys that,
you don't fuck with that. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. No question.
Any business would have made the same decision across the board because they take even joking threats seriously.
I get it.
It's just a pretty standard business practice.
100% with him on
that. It probably has things to do with liability. Like in all honesty, and I don't think Ackman would ever do it, but imagine Ackman did do it.
Yes, he does.
And they had made those
thick.
threatening jokes,
like that,
and then the employees were like, "Why didn't you protect us?" kind of a thing. So you kind of have to nowadays. It's unfortunate. He gave him an excuse to punish him. I think that there was probably a motivator there to just go after him because he was criticizing YouTube, but you pushed a little too far, and unfortunately, you got nay-nayed a little bit. That being said, I saw Rich say this. I'm sure the people are going to call me a racist after they see the video, but I don't care. The people who follow me know that I'm not. Someone has to have the balls to say what I said. So I'm just genuinely curious.
Bro, I was talking about, someone just said I should have minded my business with Quantum TV. First off, I'm a commentator on the internet. Am I just supposed to fucking talk about a stamp collection? Or are you kidding? And secondly, I believe, at least I don't think I saw it yet, at least, my videos on Quantum TV had nothing to do with the Ackman, at least at first.
What is it that what did he say?
Someone just wrote this. Hold on, I'm so glad I almost missed this. I'm black and I'm from New York. If you were racist, it would have come out a long time ago. Thank you. Yeah, and not saying this to you, but to other people who are claiming this, no shit. You're allowed say black or make a comment about color. It doesn't make you racist. Big fan. Keep on the fight. Thank you very much. And someone super chatted. They're like, dude, I'm black. I'm a fan of your channel. I was thinking the same thing, but I say it and it's like, oh my God, how dare you say what everyone is thinking could be a possibility. fuck me, right? Now I'm sure that I'm on a full bunch of fucking blacklists because of that.
What could he have possibly have said that would make people think he's racist? So that's why I watched the video.
I'm gonna write talking points for this video, but
I'm sorry.
I know what I'm gonna say, and I'd rather it just come off the cuff because
Okay.
I kind of want to shoot from the hip with this video and be
Thank you,
100% sincere,
Okay.
and just having the thoughts and emotions come to my head and